To name the murderer, Trudy?
That's Rudy.
Are you really Rudy?
That's Trudy.
Thanks, I'd have never figured that out.
It was very simple, Trudy. As you remember, when we fell over the plumber's body, his crooked partner, Joseph Jones, was standing beside him with a smoking revolver in his hand.
Yeah, he's the one. He did it.
Is he the murderer, Rudy?
No, he's innocent.
Shucks.
We then noticed, Trudy, that his jealous ex-wife, Sarah Smith, was kneeling on his chest with a dagger between her teeth.
She's the one. She did it.
She did it, huh?
Yeah.
Is she the murderer, Rudy?
No, she's innocent.
Oh, pooh.
We also discovered, Trudy, that his insane nephew, Ben Brown, was lurking at his feet with a shotgun and several hand grenades.
He's the one. He did it.
Yeah, it must be him, yeah.
Is he the murderer, Rudy?
No, he's innocent.
Oh, darn it.
Then who did puncture the plumber, Rudy?
The murderer was Ebenezer McGonagall.
Oh, darling. You're so clever.
Thank you, sweetheart. Well, we'd better get home and get some rest.
Yes.
Turn it off, it's driving me crazy.
Well, they fooled me again. I'd have never guessed that Ebenezer McGonagall was the murderer.
Who was Ebenezer McGonagall?
Well, I don't know. That was the first time his name was mentioned.
I thought it was Sam Crogby myself.
Oh, I wouldn't miss The Tall Man for anything.
Yes, it's a great show. Now, about that joke I wrote, I say, good news.
Oh dear, I'm tired of jokes. George, why don't we have adventures like the tall man and his wife and do them on the air?
And forget it.
You could be the short man.
Gracie.
Or the bow-legged man.
Gracie.
Or the middle-aged spread man.
We are not going to be detectives.
Oh, but they lead such exciting lives. They just walk down the street and stumble over corpses. Come on, George, let's walk down the street.
Gracie, those things only happen on radio mystery programs.
I don't believe it. Aw, please, let's go for a walk.
All right, I'll go for a walk.
Good.
But I don't expect it to wind up in a mystery. I'm only going because I need some fresh air. Now listen to my joke. I say, good news, Gracie. I won big at Santa Anita today. And you say, really? What jockey was riding you? Nothing, huh?
You do need some fresh air, dear.
Yeah, let's go for a walk.
Oh, I'm so excited, George. I just know we'll run into something sinister any minute now.
Yeah.
A gang of gangsters, or a band of bandits, or a hood of hoodlums.
Sure.
George!
What is it?
Look at that man coming towards us. Look at the way he slinks along. Oh, I know he's a desperate criminal.
Gracie, are you...
He's coming right up to us. We'll capture him red-handed.
Excuse me, I'm the new minister. Could you direct me to the parsonage?
2 blocks down. Come along, Sherlock. Well, you solved the case of the sinister minister.
All right. I was mistaken about him. But I still say we'll have a terrific adventure.
Oh, sure, something's bound to happen.
I think I smell an opium den.
You smell tobacco, but we just passed a cigar store.
Oh, is that where you buy your cigars?
That's right.
Then I don't smell tobacco.
Gracie, would you forget this idea?
George!
Now what?
Oh, I knew it. Look, there's a dead man lying on the sidewalk. He's been shot.
By golly, it is a man. Let's see what's wrong with him. Some dead man, and you thought he was shot.
Well, he's half shot.
Come along, final dance.
Well, I'm not discouraged, George. I'm positive we'll discover discover a crime.
Yeah.
We'll capture a bank robber or a murderer. Did you hear that woman scream?
Yeah, it came from that parked car.
Oh, quick, open the door.
Yes, what do you want?
It's Bill Goodwin.
Oh, hello, Burnses. Meet my girl, Frances.
Bill, was that your girl who gave that terrible agonized scream?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I told her she couldn't see me again till tomorrow. They all scream when I tell them that.
Oh, brother.
Hey, what are you two doing out roaming the streets this time of night?
Well, I've been out looking for a corpse.
Looks like you found one.
Let's go, Gracie. So long, funny man.
So long, boogeyman.
I can't understand why we haven't found any crimes. By now, the Tall Man program would have had 2 murders and 3 commercials.
Let's go home, huh?
No, not yet. Gee, it's dark along here.
Yeah, it's kind of dark.
Perfect spot for a murder.
Yeah, nice little spot.
George! Look at that figure coming toward us through the shadows. It looks like an ape. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, George! He's coming closer. I can hear his footsteps.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Burns.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Postman.
Mr. Postman.
We thought we saw an ape.
No, my wife's not with me. I went to the movies alone tonight.
Well, would you like to go walking with us, Mr. Postman? We're out looking for crime and adventure.
Oh, no thanks. I had my fill of it at the movie. Humphrey Bogart shot people like crazy. Bang, bang, crunch. Bang, 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 crunch.
Crunch?
Oh,
The fellow next to me was eating popcorn.
I wish I could take criminals like Humphrey Bogart does. They try to run away from him, but he always shoots them in the end.
Yes, he's wonderful. Well, I'd better be limping home. I drove my old wreck of a car to the movies, but when I wanted to drive it home, it was missing.
Well, that's a tough break, Mr. Postman.
Yes, now I'll be late getting home and Bertha will scold.
Yeah, she'll be angry, huh?
Well, you speak up to her.
I always speak up there. She stands 6'3". Well, good night, Mr. and Mrs. Burns, and remember, keep smiling.
Tracy, what do you say we go home?
Not till I find a crime to solve. Oh, there must be some. I've got it. The postman said his old wreck of a car was missing. I'll catch the crook who stole it. Oh, Mr. Postman,
Yes, Mrs. Burns?
could you give me a description of that old wreck of yours?
Yes, as I told you, she stands 6'3".
No, not your wife. Your car, the one that's missing.
Oh, it's a blue 1928 Essex with white wall fenders.
Don't you mean white wall tires?
No, our garage has white walls and when my wife drives.
Oh, I know just what you mean.
Well, goodbye again. See you tomorrow.
So long.
Oh, George, there's our crime. We'll solve the case of the missing 1928 Essex. Too bad it wasn't a new Studebaker.
Why?
Well, if it was a... No. Let people point at us. Let them say we're freaks. We haven't done a Studebaker joke and we're not going to do it now.
The Red River Valley, riding the range in Texas, the lonesome cowboy once sang the cowboy blues, and a great American folk song was born.
Which is how great folk music happens, Bill. From those windswept Texas prairies where the Red River runs, it traveled the country over. A cowboy's lament that was sung from the hills of New England to these Pacific shores.
Yes, Meredith, and the song has lived on to become part of our folklore and traditions, a familiar and welcome part of our American scene. And in much the same way, over the years, Maxwell House coffee has become a welcome part of the American scene. Coffee here in America is nothing less than a national drink, and more people buy and enjoy Maxwell House than any other brand of coffee at any price. It's Maxwell House wherever you go. Explaining this nationwide popularity, it of course is flavor. That good to the last drop Maxwell House flavor that results from the masterful blending of these carefully selected Latin American coffees. Manizales for mellowness. Medellins for richness. Other choice coffees for vigor. And Bucaramangas for full body. Adding up to great coffee at the very peak of perfection. Why not enjoy the best in coffee drinking pleasure? You can, for just a fraction of a penny more per cup than you pay for the cheapest coffee sold. Just say Maxwell House. Always good to the last drop. Well, last night the postman told Gracie his 1928 Essex was missing, and Gracie, inspired by her favorite crime program, The Tall Man, was up at dawn this morning to solve the crime.
Well, I'm back, George. I've been to the scene of the crime and found out who stole the postman's car.
Who?
The James gang.
The James gang?
Yes.
They've been gone for 75 years.
Oh, well, maybe they're laying low till the heat's off.
Forget it. The postman's car was not stolen by Jesse and Frank James.
Who's talking about Jesse and Frank James? I'm talking about the new James gang. Harry and Betty.
Harry James and Betty Grable?
If that surprises you, wait till I tell you who's in their gang. Clark Gable, Norma Shearer, Wallace Beery, and Shirley Temple.
They stole the postman's 1928 Essex.
I've got them dead to rights. They left footprints at the scene of the crime.
Footprints?
Yeah, in their haste, they stepped in some wet cement.
Where was the postman's car parked?
Outside a movie theater.
Then you found those footprints in the cement of
Grauman's
Grauman's Chinese. Yeah.
Yeah,
Those people are movie stars. They put their footprints.
Well, sure, they're movie stars. That's all part of their car-stealing racket.
Huh?
Well, first they make a movie, then that lures people into the theater.
Yeah.
And while people in the theater, boom!
They steal cars. Yeah. Crazy.
What a sweet little racket. When I give this story to the police, somebody's gonna get put away.
I think we all know who should be put away. Gracie, it's you they're gonna put away.
Me?
Yes, Gracie, those footprints have been in front of Grauman's Chinese for years. Now, give up and let the police handle this.
Would the tall man and his wife ever give up? No. They'd go down to the underworld and start looking for bench robins.
Bench robins?
Chair sparrows?
Do you mean stool pigeons?
Yeah, stool pigeons, that's it. Well, come on, let's go.
I'm not going to the underworld.
Oh, that's what the tall man and his wife would do. Either that or some weird and unbelievable character would walk in their door.
Well, that won't happen either.
Hello, everyone.
I take it back. Good morning, Meredith.
Meredith, would you like to help me solve a crime?
Indeed I would, Gracie. I've always had a flair for detective work. As a mere lad back in Mason City, Iowa, I solved a most astonishing and baffling mystery.
Oh, what was it?
Squash came up in our turnip patch.
And you found out why?
Yes, by dint of shrewd questioning, I learned that squash had been planted there.
They should have made you chief of police.
Well, all right, Meredith. You are now my assistant. Together we'll find out who stole the postman's 1928 Essex.
Look, Gracie, I've got to go down to the office. Now play detective if you must, but promise me you'll stay away from the underworld.
Yeah, I promise, dear.
Good, see ya.
Well, Meredith, as soon as he's out of sight, let's start for the underworld.
But you gave George a promise.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna break it because I love him.
Because you love him.
Well, yeah, if I ever kept a promise, he'd drop dead. Let's go, Meredith. Well, Meredith, we're in the toughest saloon in the underworld. Are you ready to start detecting?
Ready, Chief.
Now, our job is to locate a stolen 1928 Essex. So we'll pretend to be a pair of crooks from out of town. Hey, you bartender, give us a couple of low balls.
Yeah! You mean highballs.
I mean low balls. We only got time for a short drink. Now, get a move on and stop flapping your trap.
You're pretty tough, ain't you, baby? Yeah!
You bet I'm tough. Ever hear of Alcatraz?
Sure.
I'm his sister, Gracie Catraz.
Yeah, and I'm her mom. I never seen you before.
I've been in stir. The cops caught me and put me in Sing Sing.
Sing Sing's a prison for men.
Yeah, were they embarrassed?
Yeah, I'll bet they were. Yeah!
Me and my mom's out here to pull off a big job and we need a getaway car.
A getaway car, huh?
Yeah,
What kind you want?
a 1928 Essex.
What do you want to get away from? Step and fetch it? Yeah!
Aw, come on. Know anybody who's stolen a 1928 Essex?
Sure.
Where is he?
In Glendale.
He lives there?
No, he stole the Essex last year, started for New York, and that's as far as he's gotten.
Oh, a wise guy, huh?
Go on, beat it. You're a couple of phonies. Yeah!
Nobody talks like that to Gracie Catraz. Take him for a ride, Meredith.
Come on, sir. Griffith Park is lovely this time of year. Oh, get out of here.
Well, George, we didn't find the postman's car. If you stole a 1928 Essex, where would you go?
To a psychiatrist.
Oh, why don't you help me detect George?
No, leave crime to mystery programs. Come in.
Hi, Burnses.
Hello, Bill.
What's new?
Well, Gracie wants to be a detective like the tall man.
Yeah, Bill. But of course, I can't call George the tall man. I'll change tall to broad.
What do you change man to?
Look, comedian, why don't you revive vaudeville?
Impossible, George. When you kill something, it's dead.
Now, Bill, don't tease George. I'm serious about this detective work. The postman's car was stolen, and I'm on the trail of the crooks.
Really, Gracie?
Yeah,
You know, I used to do a little amateur detecting. Maybe I can help you.
wonderful.
Now, first, you've got to be able to identify the criminal type.
Uh-huh,
Now, the man who stole the postman's car will have a low receding forehead,
yes,
shifty close-set eyes,
yeah,
a weak chin, large protruding ears.
yeah. George Burns, did you take that car?
Gracie,
Come on, confess.
now look.
Give him the third degree, Gracie. Beat him with your hose.
What? And ruin my good nylons?
Okay, kiddies, break it up.
Hey, what kind of car was it, Gracie?
A blue 1928 Essex.
What? A blue 1928 Essex?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I saw that car just this morning,
Oh, where, Bill?
sitting on a used car lot.
Well, come on, let's grab it. Which lot? Madman Months?
No, haven't you heard? Muntz isn't mad anymore.
Why not?
I told him about Maxwell House Coffee. He's happy now.
Oh, happy now?
Happy man. Can you blame him? Maxwell House is rich, delicious, and mellow. That famous Maxwell House flavor, you know, is the result of careful selection and blending of premium Latin American coffees, radiant roasted to perfection. It's no wonder more people buy and enjoy Maxwell House than any other brand of coffee in the world.
Bill, where did you see the car? Was it in the Smiling Irishman's lot?
No.
The Scowling Scotchman?
No.
How about the chuckling Chinaman?
Now wait, let me think. I was on my way to get breakfast when I saw the Essex.
Was it okay?
Delicious. Had Maxwell House coffee. Gosh, Gracie, Maxwell House coffee is the very best of coffee drinking pleasure. Yet it costs but a fraction of a penny more per cup than the cheapest coffee you can buy. That's why Maxwell House is the choice of so many millions of Americans today. They know today's coffee buy is Maxwell House, the coffee that's always good to the last drop.
Oh, Bill, please try to remember the used car lot where you saw the Essex. If George and I solve this case, it means a new career. It means George can give up telling jokes and singing.
That did it. It was the frowning Frenchman.
Thanks, Bill. I'll go right over.
Wait a minute, I better go along to keep you out of trouble. Well, this is the place, Gracie, the Frowning Frenchman's used car lot.
Yep. And there's the postman's Essex.
Ah, good day, good people. Interested in buying a car, I presume.
Oh, yes, yes. I want a car that would be suitable for my husband here.
How about a sports model?
Look at him.
My mistake.
We'll take that 1928 Essex.
Just the car for him, and it's a steal.
Yeah, we know that.
Only $2,000.
$2,000?
Well, of course, that's without the extras.
Oh, what are the extras?
The wheels, the body, and the motor.
I suppose that would come in handy. Maybe drive the car around the block to see how we like it.
Why, yes. Here's the key. I'll go into my office and figure up the total cost.
Quick, George, while he's in the office, we'll grab the car.
Okay.
Start the motor.
Darn it, nothing happens.
Oh, we've got to escape before he comes back. Get out and push.
Push, but it's 14 blocks to our house.
Well, it's the only way, George. Roll up your sleeves. I'll help you.
You'll help me push.
No, I'll help you roll up your sleeves.
Okay, you steer. Gee, I'm ready to fold up. How far have we gone now?
6 blocks.
It's funny, we're going downhill and the car's harder to push than when we started.
Well, I didn't want to leave you behind, so I put the brakes on.
Gracie.
Keep pushing, dear.
No fooling, I can't take much more. How soon before we get to the house?
Oh, we already passed it.
Past it?
Well, yes, as long as we were out, I thought I'd go by the market and shop for dinner.
Gracie.
Keep pushing, dear.
Well, home at last. You know, I wouldn't do that again for $1 million.
Oh, I'm proud of you, George. By pushing that car, you foiled a dangerous criminal. You're a real gangbuster.
I don't think a gang is all I busted.
Well, it's all over. We've solved the case of the postman's missing Essex. I telephoned him as soon as we got here and told him to come right over.
Will he be surprised when he sees the car in our garage?
Mm-hmm, he certainly will. Come
Come
in.
in.
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Burns.
My goodness, I just called you 5 minutes ago. How'd you get here so fast?
I drove over in my car.
You got a new car?
No, same old Essex. See, there it is in front of the house.
But last night you told us it was missing.
It was, but the mechanic cleaned the spark plugs and now it runs fine.
You mean to say that your car wasn't stolen?
Oh no.
Then the Essex in our garage really does belong to the used car salesman. I'll probably wind up in jail.
Oh, no, you won't. Rob, wasn't I?
Alright, don't nobody move. Which one of you drove the Essex up in front of this house?
I did, officer.
Come along to jail, you car thief.
But officer, you don't understand.
I said come along.
Goodbye, Mr. Postman. Remember, keep smiling.